This video is about the recent Champions League game which happened between Real Madrid and Ajax at the Bernabeu. Well, Ajax thrashed Real Madrid 4-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu, which is one of the greatest results in Champions League history. They have knocked Real Madrid out of the Champions League, and it was such a scintillating performance that I need to really talk about it. First of all, the two crown jewels in the Ajax side, Frankie de Jong and Mathis de Ligt. I hope I'm pronouncing their names correctly, but what a performance! They were incredible. They look like two talented players who can go on and perform at the elite level in world football for many years to come, unless they have a certain attitude problem or maybe a commitment problem. They can really perform at an elite level, and nothing is going to stop them but themselves. I'm going to talk to you about another player, Dusan Tadic. What a transformation he's had since joining Ajax from Southampton. I mean, this is what happens when players play under a negative manager and then they're transformed into something great under a positive manager. Look, Dusan Tadic is a player who was treated very unfairly at Southampton, and he just didn't perform really well under managers like Claude Puel, Mauricio Pellegrino, and Mark Hughes. They just didn't know how to use him properly. And then he went to Ajax, and Erik Ten Hag knew how to use him properly, and he's flourishing at an amazing rate. Yes, the Eredivisie is not on par with the Premier League, but the way he's performing in the Champions League this season is incredible, and he was sensational in this game. Next player I need to talk about is Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech is a player who deserves a chance at the top level of football because he has kind of been overshadowed by Frankie de Jong and Matthias de Ligt because those two players are the crown jewels in Ajax, and this guy is just quietly doing his business and really creating huge amount of chances for the Ajax forwards in front of him, and he deserves a move to a top club. Like, I wouldn't say maybe a Chelsea or a Barcelona or Real Madrid or Bayern Munich or all these, or Manchester United. Not these kind of clubs. Maybe a club like Napoli, Inter, maybe somebody like Monaco, Sevilla, Valencia, some or Atletico, like these type of clubs. Maybe he deserves a chance at these type of clubs, and he needs to get a move next summer. Now, the next player I'm going to talk to you about is Daley Blind. Daley Blind is a player who has been missed by Manchester United in some way or the other. I mean, of course, they have gone on a great run under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but to be fair, Daley Blind has performed amazingly since he has joined Ajax. And in the beginning of the season, when Mourinho was crying about getting a new centre back, Daley Blind could have solved those problems because he was good with the ball on his feet, and he was a good ball playing, centre back or left back or a defensive midfielder who could act as a shield. And he was a very underrated asset in Manchester United, and he's proving to be so at Ajax, even though Ajax is not as great as Manchester United in, stature at the moment. I mean, Ajax is obviously a very historic club, but at the moment they're not close to Manchester United, and commercially especially. But anyway, the next player I'm going to talk to you about is David Neres, or David Neres. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, or I'm not so sure. But anyway, he's a good player, and I think he needs to get a chance at a bigger club next season, maybe like a Roma or some club like Inter or something. Or he should stay at Ajax for one more year for his development. So it'll be very helpful for him, and he's performed sensationally as well. I mean, this team has been so good that the um, the players at this moment could be poached by other clubs, and it is going to be very sad if this happens at the end of the season. You know, this is one of the better Ajax teams, which not best, I would say better Ajax teams in recent memory, because in the past Ajax, I mean recent past, Ajax has been kind of not very good in the Champions League, has been kind of Europa League quality as well. But in my opinion, Ajax deserved to go through completely, and they were just incredible. Now moving on to Real Madrid. Real Madrid at this moment are an absolute shambles. They got knocked out of the Copa del Rey Champions League, and they are out of the title race in La Liga as well in the space of 7 days. I mean, to replace Ronaldo, who scored 50 goals per season, a guaranteed 50 goals per season, with nobody, is one of the greatest blunders in Real Madrid history, in my opinion, because I think it's stupid. I I thought common sense is common, right? And replacing Ronaldo with maybe two 25 goal strikers, 25 plus goal strikers would really kind of soften the blow a bit. But who did they go and buy? They went and bought Thibaut Courtois. Oh, great. Let's unsettle the number one goalkeeper, at Real Madrid, who is Keylor Navas, and buy a new goalkeeper in Thibaut Courtois from Chelsea. And how has he performed? He has performed like absolute garbage. He's just been so bad ever since he joined Real Madrid. I mean, I kind of want to laugh, but I'd save it for some time later. But really, they should have gone for a couple of strikers, and they just didn't do that, and it is a mistake. Um, to be fair, at the time Mariano did well at Lyon, but Lyon is at levels below Real Madrid. Just to be completely fair, and I just don't think he's that good for Real Madrid. I think he should be a bench player at best, but he's just not that good. Benzema is finished. I mean, even though he's had a decent season, kind of, you know, Bale should be sold next summer as well. Um, he's just been injury prone and he can't replace Ronaldo. Just let's be real about that. He just cannot replace Ronaldo. The back line, Nacho, I mean, he's kind of barely featured for Real Madrid anyway, and he's okay at defending. He's probably at a level of maybe an Everton or something, but not Real Madrid level. Sergio Ramos kind of deliberately got sent off for this game because he thought the game was won. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy getting eliminated from the Champions League. And it's it's stupid. I mean, it's unreal what's going on at Real Madrid at the moment, and they're in a crisis. I mean, even though many clubs would aspire to be at the crisis in a crisis that Real Madrid are at, it's still a crisis for a club of Real Madrid's level, and they really need some structural changes. They need some. They probably need a new manager. They need a couple of new strikers. They need a new midfield, maybe. They need one new defender. Who knows? Probably they'll buy players from Ajax for about 400, 500 million. They'll probably buy somebody like a Matthias de Ligt for about 90 to 100 million. I don't know. But it just looks like they completely need a new restructure. They need to restructure completely at this point of time. And next season is a season where there's a blank slate and the clean slate for any manager to succeed at Real Madrid on his terms in some way or the other. Like, create a new legacy, in fact. Because the current legacy, which is not the current legacy, the previous legacy which Zidane had at Real Madrid cannot really be replicated. And the next manager at Real Madrid needs to be able to redefine success, and the board need to find a way to redefine success. This is what I've got to say for this matter about this whole situation where Real Madrid got thrashed by Ajax. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Search Media. And yeah, see ya. Goodbye.